Hey, heroes of lore, my name is Ray, and welcome back to AdventureQuest Worlds. In today's video, we're going to be talking about two particular classes in the game that are complete polar opposites of each other. On one end of the spectrum, you have a class that you have to pay a lot of money for. And on the opposite side of the spectrum, you have a class that you have to spend a ridiculous amount of your personal time farming for. So, what will it be? Will you spend a lot of money to obtain a class? Or will you spend a lot of your time trying to farm for a class? Which one is better? Which one is easier? Which one is more worth it? We'll talk all about that in just a moment, but before we do, I want to announce the two winners of the pirate contest that has closed a few days ago. On the left side of the screen, you have Raven, which is our first place winner who got the most amount of votes. Popular set, and I can't disagree, very nice looking set. And in second place, this is the second most popular votes, and personally my favorite set out of all of the top contestants, Angelic Blossom. Very good sets, guys. Your Arctic's Entertainment points have been given to you already. I hope you enjoyed them. Look out on the channel for future contests like these. They're very fun to do, and I'll definitely be doing more. So without further ado, let's take a look at these two classes and compare them in 3, 2, 1. Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back to the video. I just want to quickly mention that the star of this video is Renegade. He's going to be helping me out with the footage, the PvP footage, and he's also giving me a bunch of information on Void Highlord, seeing as I personally don't own the class. So big shout out to Renegade. His channel will be linked down below. He does some awesome content. Go check him out. So let's do a quick debrief on how you can obtain both these classes. On one end, you have Great Thief. Now, I'm pretty sure there's people who don't know what Great Thief is, seeing as it's not a typical class you can obtain in-game. This is from kind of a third-party perspective of AQW, with Hero Mart points. Now, these Hero Mart points can be obtained from Hero Mart by buying items, and you need to buy about $50 worth of items, but it's more than that because of shipping, so you're going to pay like $80 worth of items to get Great Thief. So you're paying pretty much the same amount for Legion Paladin. So you need to get 10 Hero Mart points, and you need to pay that much, and then you can merge it at /join Hero Mart in-game, and you can obtain it that way. I personally did not pay that much. I got lucky. I got like 6 free Hero Mart points in total, so I only paid for like 4 Hero Mart points, and I got it that way. On the other end, you have Void Highlord. So this is not paid to obtain. However, it is the amount of time it takes for you to obtain this by farming it. It's definitely makes you question, should I just spend money on a class that's as equal as this? Well, we don't know that yet. We don't know which class is better. And that's what I'm going to try and prove at the end of the video here. Seeing which class you should buy, or which class you should farm for. Which one would be better for you, financially or time costly. So, for Void Highlord, you need 4 Roentgenium of Nulgath. I hope I pronounced that right. Probably not. And you need 2 Void Crystals, A and B. Now, if you look at that from a non-Nulgath fan perspective like myself, it doesn't look like a lot, but I know for a fact that it takes a long time. According to a few testimonies that I've asked around, Void Highlord takes about a full month, 4 weeks, and that's assuming you spend a lot of time doing it. 4 weeks to farm for. And you're pretty much doing many hours of farming every day or bi-daily, for example, but I know some people that have been at it for 3 months because they just pace themselves, but it is a class that, although it might be good, we're going to look at that in a minute, it is very, very, very costly with your time. But on the other side, do you really want to empty your wallet for a class that is as good? We'll see. So, let's take a look at Great Thief. The background footage you're seeing right now is me basically soloing a ranks. It's a good enough boss, good health, and come on, he looks really cool, right? We're going to touch basis on the sustainability of these two classes. The sustainability means their ability to stay alive and also their mana consumption. So we're going to start off on Great Thief. Great Thief has a very, very high mana usage. In fact, if there's 2 negatives about Great Thief, one of them would be the mana usage. You find yourself without mana quite often, but the problem is that it's a 50-50 RNG chance of regaining that mana. So you have a skill called Coin Flip. You have a 50% chance when you use this ability to gain a heal over time, which is quite powerful. It's a Blaze Binder worthy heal. And then you have another 50% chance of getting 80 mana points back. So that's essentially your entire mana back. But the problem is with this is it's a 50-50 chance. So if you get the heal over time and you need mana, you're not going to get that. On the other hand, you have a stealth ability on Great Thief, which increases your dodge significantly to the point where 85% of the oncoming hits are dodged. You basically don't ever get hit by your opponent, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But every time you dodge, you gain a small amount of your mana back. So that's the two ways that the regeneration of mana can be used on Great Thief. As for Void Highlord, it's quite simple. Void Highlord just doesn't have a high mana usage. You don't really have mana problems. In fact, you have no mana problems, to the point where you could spam every ability at your own desire and you will not have a lack of mana. Now that also touches ground on the fact that Void Highlord does not need combos to take down an enemy efficiently and to do high damage. Whereas Great Thief, you need those specific combos in order to do damage, in order to sustain yourself, and in order to just win your battle, whether that be a farming scenario, a solo scenario, or a PvP scenario. Alright, so a quick recap on the mana usage of the classes. Great Thief regains its mana from dodging, and also regains it from its 50% chance of getting just 80 mana points back. And on the Void Highlord side, you just generally don't have any mana consumption. It's just, you can smash any of your skills and it will not take enough mana away for you to lose a skill because you don't have enough mana. So in terms of mana consumption, I definitely have to give the point to Void Highlord, because Great Thief, and purely because of this reason, Great Thief does not have a stable mana regeneration. So the point goes to Great Thief, definitely for mana stability, but that goes without saying that Great Thief is still a very stable class for mana. However, it isn't necessarily the best. Now, moving on over to health. With Great Thief, you have, on your coin flip, 50% chance, as we talked about, of regaining your mana, and another 50% chance of getting your heal over time, which is as good as Blaze Binder's heal over time. Now, you also have this thing with Great Thief called the stealth. We all know that the stealth increases your dodge, but it increases your dodge to the point where you don't need to heal yourself. You're essentially not taking any hits from the enemy. As you can see in the background footage right now, my health is extremely stable. In fact, it rarely ever drops because of the amount of times I'm dodging Aranx's hits. So overall, healing with Great Thief is not particularly necessary. And when it is necessary, well, it's that RNG coin flip that will determine if I need healing. But personally, I've never dropped below 2,000 or 1,800 health. I've never really dropped below that point. And I've never been like, oh my god, I need to heal with Great Thief. So in terms of health stability, Great Thief is brilliant. Now, over to Void Highlord. Void Highlord has 2 heals. It has a 800 heal over time, which is pretty much like Great Thief. It has its heal over time. And it also has a life steal. So you inflict damage on your enemy, and that inflicted damage will restore your health. So you have 2 excellent sources of health regeneration. But just the equivalent of the stealth attack, or the stealth skill on Great Thief, would be the 50% enemy reduction in terms of the damage you take with Great Thief. So 50% less damage with Great Thief means that you really don't take any damage at all. So if you do need to heal, you won't need to heal a lot. However, where Void Highlord falls short is its self-inflicted damage. Kind of like Necromancer, you inflict damage on yourself to regain mana. This class has a similar way of inflicting damage on yourself to do more damage. Now, with Void Highlord, that isn't really a bad thing because you have your amazing heal abilities, and you also have your 50% reduction from enemy damage. So, a quick recap for the damage output of these 2 classes. Great Thief, great damage, but can fluctuate up and down, a little bit unstable, relies on criticals to get that big damage done, but overall, excellent. For Void Highlord, you have that consistent type of damage. It doesn't really go high, it doesn't really go low, so it's just 3-4 Ks, bam, 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 one after the other. So overall, if you compare the criticals and the unstableness of Great Thief and then the stableness of Void Highlord, they take the same amount of time to solo a boss. So they're both on the same standing in terms of damage. Moving on to probably the most exciting part of the video, the bit that I've been looking the most forward to talk about, player versus player, PvP. The background footage has now switched to me and Renegade fighting it out in a true bloodbath in AQW, because there's totally gore in AQW, not an E for everyone rated game anymore. As you can see in this clip, I didn't take any damage whatsoever, so that goes to prove how overpowered my dodge is, the stealth. Your enemy just simply can't hit you. Now, for the Void Highlord user, in this case Renegade, it's very frustrating because not only can he not hit, but I used a combo to stun him. So you just saw that he got stunned. He couldn't present his hits, and even when he was presenting his hits, he couldn't hit me. So those two aspects right there, the stun and the evasion of Great Thief, makes it pretty much overpowered in terms of player versus player. Now, as far as Void Highlord goes, although it hits well, that doesn't really help in PvP. The heal over time and the self-inflicting heal, especially the self-inflicting heal, the lifesteal heal is useless in this scenario because you are unable to hit me. However, the heal over time might sustain you for a little while. As a side note, we both have 5k amulets equipped here, but that really just extends the PvP battle a little bit. So, as far as damage goes for Great Thief, of course, it's extremely high, and in this clip you're about to watch, I hit Renegade twice, and he fell to the ground. And that just goes to show that the class is very, very amazing in a PvP battle. So, Great Thief is pretty much uncontestable when it comes to player versus player. There is maybe only 2 classes in the entire game that could be considered as a counter for Great Thief. One of them I'm certain of is Shaman and Evolved Shaman, but another one that I'm not too certain of is Shadow Stalker of Time and Thief of Hours. I'm really not too certain about these because I don't know them very well. Maybe one of you in the comment section down below can let me know how these classes work and how they would counter Great Thief. I might be wrong, of course, these classes might not even be able to counter Great Thief at all, but if they do, please let me know down below. I'll definitely make sure to read your comment. So there we go. That is Great Thief versus Void Highlord. Now, this is a class comparison, so you've all been waiting for this moment. The final verdict. Which class is better? Well, summing up all the points that I made in this video, sustainability, healing, mana, damage output, inflicting damage, is it stable, is it not stable, is it consistent, is it critical, what is it like, does it kill an enemy fast enough, does it not take 5 hours to solo an enemy, and finally the PvP aspect, which I didn't spend much time on because as you're seeing right now, Great Thief just really can't be beaten. However, there's one clip that you're about to see where I actually got beaten by Renegade, and that is a matter of RNG. Remember how I said 85% of oncoming hits are literally dodged? Well, that 15% still remains. When you're farming a 1% drop in AQW, you farm and you farm until you get it, but you will get it eventually. Or not, you could be really unlucky, but in 15%'s case, there's a possibility to get through to that dodge. While I had my dodge on, Renegade got through with his nuke. That 15% played in his favor, so that does go to show that you still can hit Great Thief, but the odds are definitely not in your favor. In PvP, and it's something you love doing, then Great Thief is definitely an option for you. Soloing, Great Thief is also an option for you, but I wouldn't count out Void Highlord. Void Highlord is a very consistent class, and high damage, good heal, sustainable, very sustainable. It is, the one word I could use for Void Highlord is stable. Great Thief, a little bit on the unstable side, but amazing for soloing nonetheless. Now the verdict. Which class is better? Drum roll please. They are the same. It's a tie. It's an absolute tie. One isn't better than the other. That judgment lies in your hands. Does one class, is it really worth paying a lot of money for? On the other end, is it really worth farming for? Do you want to pay money? Do you have the money? Or do you want to farm? Do you have that amount of time to farm? Would you rather just use a little bit of your paycheck to farm to get a class, that is pretty much the equivalent of Void Highlord, or rather, would you farm for it? And that is a very heavy grind. So these classes, the reason why I chose these two for a class comparison is because they are on spar with each other. But they are on polar opposites of each other in terms of obtaining them. So the final verdict, they are a tie. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on the comparison here. Is there any points I missed? Do you think Void Highlord can best Great Thief in some aspects that I may have not talked about? On the other hand, if you are a Great Thief user and you have that class from Hero Mart, are there any points that it's maybe lower than Void Highlord or does better than Void Highlord? Please let me know in the comments. I read through all of them and I definitely will leave you a nice cheeky reply. That's it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you enjoyed. Shout out to Renegade. Thank you for recording these with me, as painful as the PvP session was. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, follow me on social media, links for that will be down below. I'll catch you all in the next video. Until next time, battle on and have a great day.